Many times we give the remedy, we get the result, but if we don't support this change, the patient is coming back to his original stage. Because
it's suppressed again by the...
he is suppressed again by the dynamic.
Which does not change.
It is not changing, and many times even in such situations the parents see that the child is getting better, but they are not ready for this change. And they are not ready to change their behavior in order to support this. And if they behave in the old way, the child must be very strong in order to move the change in the whole family. If the child is not enough strong, or the member of the family is not enough strong, then the family will not change, and this person will be forced to come at the place where he usually is. So this is, it's interesting to...
And is it sometimes then needed to have one of the other members of the family also under treatment? Or?
Well, this is good if you can, but with the autistic children, the problem we faced is that even I tell the mother directly that the best way is to treat other members of the family, let's say the most deceased member of the family, simultaneously in order to progress better. Many times the parents say, oh no, first you get results with my child, and then I will come and I will think. And it was the same with this case I already told you. And then we decided with my student that we will not lose this time. So we started to work with the mother only like psychotherapy. We started to give her, to educate her, to give her messages, what is the real picture of the child, what are the sensitivities of the child, what she has to observe, and how she will help if she changes some rules or some patterns in the family or in her own behavior. And because she was able to see the result in the child, she was very much ready to listen to us every time she came. So we were going simultaneously. One part only with psychotherapy with the mother, and second one giving remedies to the child until the moment we were able to communicate with it, because it came really out of his own world, and now he's doing very well. He's attending a regular kindergarten, he's preparing for school, so he's really, he changed a lot.
And, so you are applying this in your own practice, and so you have a full-time practice, and you live in a big city, and what kind of patients are coming? Is it more chronic cases, more acute cases? What do you say?
I have a full-time homeopathic practice, and I will live and work in Sofia, which is the capital, and I'm supervising cases in other towns in Bulgaria. So as a general observation, if I go to some place which is smaller and closer to the nature, according to me, people give more clear information. And then you get clear picture, you get faster results. As much you go in the civilization, people are used to intellectualize much more. So for the homeopathy it becomes more difficult to get real information. For example, you ask him about the diet, and he says you what he is not eating, what he is trying to do, but he never will start telling you what he likes or he doesn't like or what's aggravating, because he already changed so many times the initial impulses which come from his body. And same with behavior, same even with family. Many young families read a lot, and they know how they have to behave with the children. And they are trying to do it according to the books, which is okay if they don't suppress themselves and if they don't suppress the children. So it's really a lot of help is needed exactly in this. How to adjust the huge amount of information coming to us through internet, through movies, TV and so on, to the particular needs of the family members, the particular needs of the family. And how not to suppress each other in the family. Because if the mother knows that quarreling is not a good thing, she tries never to quarrel with the child. But it is suppressing her, it is not giving the right messages to the child, because the children are very sensitive and they feel that the mother is angry, but at the same time the mother is not communicating to them. And it's a contradiction. And the children are very sensitive, very intuitive. So it's much better when you are angry to the child
to show,
to tell it
honestly.
Yeah, honestly, to give him the feedback that mommy is angry because of this, and then to show also that anger doesn't mean I don't like you anymore forever. Because this is many times what is in mother's head. If she once calls the child, then she is not a good mother. I have many cases like that. And then they totally go away from their nature, and then the communication with their own children becomes not direct. And the children are lost because they feel once, they see another thing, they are not able to combine the things in the right place. So education about interaction in family I consider as a really important subject.
So you said you also supervise in more rural areas and you work more in the city. Do you feel that this needs other remedies, or is it more that there are more layers on top of it and more complicated, or also do you see different remedies?
If these are, for example, people coming from villages in the mountain, they usually eat normal food and they have not taken many medicines, so there are not many layers also, and there are pictures which are, let's say, common. And when you have more and more noise coming to the system, like living in a big town, working in a company with a complicated job, with a lot of stress, then of course people are having more problems, and you can see sometimes more rare remedies, or you can have more layers.
So could you give us an example maybe from your practice actually how this family dynamics works and how you then come to the remedy, and maybe,
if I take the same child, at once the only information which was sure for the child was that he's liking music, calm music, and it's the only time calm music. Yeah, not something very rock or I don't know. It was the only time you can see him not running around when there was a nice song coming from the TV, from a special channel where they are playing like pop music, which is soft and calm. The second point, which was striking, was that despite being so restless and out of control and in his own world, if the father was coming home, because the father was traveling like 1 month abroad and then coming for 2 days home, and the father says him, stay here with me, the child was able to sit 30 minutes without moving. So it was a sign that there is a potential in this child to change if we find the right parameters why it is behaving so with the father, why it is behaving in a different way with the mother and with the grandmother who is looking after him.
So he was so wild, not with the father, but only when in present with the mother or the grandmother?
Grandmother, yeah.
Oh, it's peculiar.
Yeah.
Yes.